Hello everybody, this is Zaxter99, another brand new game just launched on Steam. No reviews yet, no videos yet. I'm putting this out there so you guys know what this game's about. This game is like, it looks to be like one of the classic choose your own adventure books that I used to have as a kid. I used to love those things. You'd read them and you'd make a choice at the bottom of the page. You know, if you wish to go through the door, go to page 88. If you wish to sit on the park bench, go to page 33. And based on the decisions you made, that would determine your outcome in the story. And those used to be really popular back when I was a kid back in the 80s, and I used to love those choose your own adventure books. Well, now we got a dungeon game kind of like that where you make choices and you kind of read. So this looks like it's going to be pretty cool. It has a 40,000 word like vocabulary dev diary, it says. So that looks like it should make a pretty cool game. So we're going to find out what this game's all about and how good this is. This game is regular $5.99 in American money. Right now, it's first week launching on Steam. Again, it just launched a couple hours ago as I record this. This game is only $4.01, 33% off. So I'll have the link down below where you guys can get this. But we're going to go ahead and get into this game so you guys can see what this game's about and maybe make a decision on if you want to go buy it. And I'll be right back with my playthrough right after this. All right, welcome back, everybody. This is Zaxter99 again. We're going to read or play, however you want to say it. This book is a dungeon. This is by Nathan Munier, it looks like. And start from the beginning, or if you want to skip sections, not recommended for your first playthrough, which is my first playthrough. I haven't played this game at all. You can skip right to the first dungeon area or skip right to the gallery hub. Want to learn more about how this game was made and download the 40,000 word dev diary? Read about it here. That's pretty cool. It has those options, but this is just a real simple game. I mean, it's only like 50 megs, so it's going to download real quick. We're going to go ahead and start from the beginning. Oh, I like that. Tick, 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 tick. You remember a time when you used to steal aching glances at the clock, praying for the strike of the merciful hour that finally set you free, as in work or school. I know we've all done that. Sit there looking at the clock and it just goes by so slow, don't it? When you're watching those seconds tick by, or you're watching that second hand just kind of move real slow. It seems like a minute takes forever. Temporarily released from the shackles of the tiresome workday, you'd eagerly rush home, shed your work clothes like a burdensome second skin, and flit off into the night to join friends for merriment and mischief. Those days are gone. The shift came on slowly at first. Sharp pains, dizziness, restlessness, insomnia. Oh boy, that don't sound good. But as even more unsettling changes tightened their grip within you, it became clear something was very wrong. Uh-oh. Sounds like a doctor's visit to me. Poked, prodded, examined, analyzed. Yep, we're at the doctor. A battery of tests. A gauntlet of medical pummeling and anxious uncertainty. And then the waiting. Boy, this sounds miserable already. I don't want to go to the doctor. When the call finally came, you already knew the answer before the words rolled off the lips, rasping away on the other end of the line. Uh-oh. Lost in an echo chamber, your mind parsed only snippets of the doctor's news, the ones that stung the most. Oh no. It's terminal. A year left to live. Maybe 2 at best. Now that is certainly not any news that anybody wants to get. I tell you what, this book, this little novel, has already got me totally into it, totally engaged. I am definitely very interested. I don't know about you guys watching this video, if you've never played this game or heard this or watched this video, but tell me you're not interested in what happens next. I know I am. It's done a good job at reaching out and grabbing you and pulling you into the story, pulling you into the game. They say to you, "I'm so sorry." And then you're alone. I can totally imagine the dial tone. "Okay, have a good day." They tell you you're going to die. You have a year to live, 2 at best. You have terminal cancer. And then, and you're just sitting there with a phone. Who can't imagine that? Wouldn't that be an awful feeling? I think that would be a bad feeling for anybody. Now time is your enemy, siphoning away the last of you with every passing moment, draining the light, the color from your world, leaving an emptying shell of aching hopelessness and dark anticipation in its wake. The clacking of keyboards, ringing of phones, and casual banter of clueless coworkers is a steady ache. It rakes at the frayed corners, pulls at the tattered edges of your weary mind. But the appointed hour has arrived. It dampens the din, if only for a short while. Tomorrow is another day, for them at least. For you? Possibly. You linger for just a minute longer, letting the eager parade filter through the exit. So can you imagine this? Look where this story's going. It talks about now how you're so anxious to get home at the start. You're watching that second clock for that last, minute to go by so you can get home and go to party with friends and things like that. And now it's talking about how all the sounds are muffled through your day. You can tell it's kind of, blah and drab and now you get off work and you just linger around for just a minute longer, and you say it says for everybody else, all your other coworkers, tomorrow's another day, and for you, possibly. Does that mean what I think it means? That means you're contemplating the big decision, the suicide thing, because you got terminal cancer. I mean, people deal with this all the time. People get cancer and get bad news like this all the time. And I can't even imagine the thoughts that go through somebody's mind when they get that kind of news. I mean, it would be very desolate, very, very lonely, feeling. I can't even imagine the sadness that would go with that. But again, the story is doing a great job at pulling you in. I really like the wording and everything like that. The last to leave, you close up, lock the door, and pull your overcoat tight around you. A spitting mist turns the downpour well before you reach the dry sanctuary of the putrid subway entrance. The stairs are a descent into unpleasant smells and hustled near misses as bustling crowds rush together to get to and from their mundane 9-to-5s. For a moment, you miss that simplicity of routine, the promise of continuance. Damn. This is sad. Standing at the edge of the platform, you look down at the electrified tracks. Wind picks up in the tunnels, signaling the rapidly approaching train. Your mind wanders. You imagine what it'd be like to be caught on the tracks right as the train comes barreling through at 60 miles an hour. Oh my God, look what you're thinking about. Death is a beacon, drawing you ever closer. It swirls and dances on the sparkling steel girders below. It teases and taunts you, only inches away. "Come to me," whispers the siren call. Good God. It's not yet time. Well, thank God for that. You take a few steps back from the yellow line. 20 minutes feels like an eternity in the packed subway car. Damp, sweaty, exhaustion, and regret mixed with promise and delusion. A wagon full of cattle. Oblivious. Tuned out. Numb. Damn. Stop by stop, the opening and closing of the door thins the herd. Talking about everybody on the train, it's just cattle. It's a welcome culling, a shifting of space, a loosening of knots. Soon you're the last, and you can breathe easy again. But you still scan the car with a quick glance out of habit. One last time to make sure you're truly alone. Except you're not quite alone. There's a small feather satchel sitting on an empty seat in the far corner of the car. They're talking about a train car. You glance around again, not trusting your weary eyes. There's still not a living soul, save your own. The handrail is sticky with grime from the clutch of 1,000 dirty fingers. It's filthy. You wince at its touch, but it offers stability as you work your way to the other end of the car, towards the orphaned satchel. Interesting. Where did its owner go? The bag is weathered and worn. Some tired soul will no doubt be missing its contents. You gather. I stole the bag? Really? Am I that pathetic? Have I fallen that far getting this news of my terminal cancer? A high-pitched whine pierces the air as the car rocks and rattles. The lights flicker. 32nd Street. It's your stop. Time to go. Do you take the bag or leave it there? How come there's not a choice to peek inside and see if there's anything worth thieving? You know what? I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to do what I think I would do. You decide to leave the bag and hurry home to change out of your wet clothes. Thick, stale underground air turns cool and damp as you emerge from the city's high-speed intestines and hit the noisy streets above. Boy, I tell you what, because this is a game, I'm already wondering what was in that bag because I didn't take it. And I think even in real life, even if that was a real life situation, you're on a bus, you're the last one there, and you see a bag or a purse or a wallet, maybe you do the honorable thing. But if you don't even peek in that wallet, for example, or bag, don't you always kind of wonder, what if? Doesn't that little evil demon, beckon at you in your ear saying, man, what if I looked in that wallet? There might have been $2,000 in there. Man, what if nobody claims that wallet? What if somebody else? I mean, these are the kind of thoughts that go through your mind. I mean, they would go through mine, because I would be thinking, you didn't turn the bag in or anything like that, so you're sitting there thinking, well, I didn't take it, so the next guy that sees it is going to take it, and so the thief that was more dishonorable than me is going to get rewarded for whatever was in there, and I'm not. These are the kind of thoughts that would go through my mind, even doing the right thing. But I guess at least you feel good about it. Anyway, let's go ahead and move on. 340 steps later, you're at the grimy door of your second-story apartment, fumbling the keys, muttering under your breath, and the lock finally gives way. As you go to walk through the door, something catches on your foot. Uh-oh. It's a package. You haven't noticed it. You pick it up and head inside. Now, see, this is where you got to be careful and not just, graze the words like, I'm trying to read everything slowly, because when I first looked at this and I saw it, I was like, head inside. I was like, a package, head inside. I was thinking, oh my God, I opened the package and there's a head inside of it. But no, it says I head inside with my package. Hopefully there's not a head inside. Peeling off your soaked coat, you drop everything on the table, kick off your shoes, and check your answering machine. You have no new messages. No surprises there. Boy, that makes me feel even more lonely. Nobody cares. Nobody's calling, leaving a message. Nobody loves me. Ignoring the pile of unwashed dishes and the empty fridge, you slide back to the table and remember the package. Yeah, they need a few corrections here. I mean, they've misspelled a few words and stuff like that, but no big deal. I mean, I know what it means. You know, I think it's early access as well, so they'll fix all that. You notice there's no return address on the small parcel. Opening it up, you find an old book inside. Nothing more and nothing less. The book is aged and weathered. Its cover is adorned with an ominous skeletal being that looks half human, half serpent, and the title is written in a language you don't have the tongue to decipher. Now, this is my first time playing this game. I'm already wondering, had I taken that bag on the bus, if I would have found the same book. We'll have to go in and find that out. You know, when we play through again, we'll take the bag and see if the book was indeed inside that bag. I'm guessing yes. I'm guessing it's going to get that book to you no matter what, but that's just a guess. Open the book. Of course we're going to open the book. Unlocking the old book, you open the cover and flip through the dusty pages. The book appears to be blank. How odd. Should I flip to the first page, a random page? I'm going to go to the first page. The frail pages seem brittle to the touch, as if they're in danger of crumbling into nothingness. Yet your fingers resonate with an unknown energy. Okay, flip to a random page or the last page. Let's go to a random page. You flip to a random page and find nothing. Are your eyes playing tricks on you? Or did you see the faint glimmer of words fading from view just now? Ooh, interesting. Let's go back to the first page. The frail pages seem brittle to the touch, as if they're in danger of crumbling into nothingness again, yet your fingers resonate with an unknown energy. Okay, random page is the same thing? Yep, same thing. Alright, another random page. Flipping through the pages, a faint flicker of ink catches your eye. You flip back several pages to try to find it. After much searching, you uncover a page that sports a faint drawing of a keyhole, sketched in pencil. Interesting. You instinctively reach out a finger and trace it over the drawing. A sudden sharp pain, a paper cut, spurs you to pull your hand away quickly. Ouch! Looking down, you notice the keyhole sketch has changed into a fanged serpent. Spots of your blood dot the page. Oh my god. The room swims. You feel faint and disoriented. Your vision goes blank as you hit the floor. Uh-oh. A sharp impact slams your temple, jolting you something. I didn't click anything. I don't know what happened. It sends a raw white heat burning through your consciousness. Then, empty space. Uh-oh. Am I dead? You fall through the black void, erasing the past. Erasing the future. Uh-oh. I'm dead. Only the present. What is happening? Where am I? Who am I? What is this darkness eating away inside me? And then, a light. I can kind of hear the sound of the torch. You awaken in a small chamber, illuminated by the light of a single flickering torch, resting in a sconce on the far wall. The sharp throb pulsing behind your eyes fades quickly, but an unpleasant chill is creeping in. You notice words scratched into the stone floor. Oh, I like this. Look at this map you got here. It tells you which way is north. It shows you where you're at. Inventory, I don't have anything here, but it kind of gives you a drawing of where you're at. I like that. At this distance, the torchlight is too dim to make out what the words say that are scratched on the floor. You grab the torch from the wall sconce and take comfort and the subtle warmth it breathes across your face. You can now get a better look at your surroundings. Holding the torch closer to the floor, you can clearly see the inscription carved there. It reads, Chapter 1, Why the Walls Bleed. Oh, that sounds pretty gruesome. A heavy wooden door to the south appears to be the only way in or out of this pit. And so you're in a pit here. You can kind of see that. Okay, so we're going to go through the door and to the south and go through this hallway, I guess. The door creaks and shudders open as you strain against the weight. The echoing sound of water droplets comes from a passage to the west. You catch a whiff of something familiar, something out of place. Is that... You also notice another passageway to the east, as well as the door you just came through. So again, you can see here is to the west, here's to the east. And to the west, you have a familiar smell. Let's go west. And so I like this. You just click on what you want to go through. I mean, why would I go through the door and go back into the pit? I don't want to do that. But I can go east or west, and I'm going to go ahead and go west. Especially now that I can see this is only one room, I want to find out what's over here before I continue over here to the east. The narrow corridor right here opens into a dead-end room that reeks of over-ripened fruit. You're blasted with a sweet, pungent odor which nearly overpowers you. Looking around, you notice a vicious reddish substance draining out of several large round holes in the walls. Is this blood? Why do the walls bleed? This mysterious fluid drips down in a slow, syrupy cascade, collecting in stone basins carved along the base of the wall. The only exit is through the passage you came in to the east. Boy, I can even imagine that. I can imagine being in this like stone room and like a thick, for some reason I'm imagining it being red. It may not be, but a thick, yeah, it is reddish substance draining out of several large round holes in the walls and draining down the walls, collecting down in the basin floor and the cracks. I can almost picture that, and it says it smells like a really pungent, overripened fruit. It's interesting. All right, so we're going to head back out of this room back to the east. The smell of rotten fruit wafts in from the western passage. There's also a passage to the east and an open door to the north. Well, we've already been to the north. We've already been here now, so we're going to go to the east. Rushing further into the unknown depths, your eyes play tricks in the torchlight that lurks in the darkness ahead, skittering away just beyond the glow of your torch. What? Oh, what lurks in the darkness ahead, skittering away just beyond the glow of your torch? Something scurried away from you is what it's saying. Yikes. As you round the corner, you notice a small alcove in the passageway here. The corridor continues to the east. The northern passage leads around the corner back to the west. Okay, so I'm right here. So, around the corner back to the west, that'd be back to where I came from, a small alcove in the passageway here. Let's try that, I guess. That's right here, I think. There's a large crack in the wall of the alcove. It's not big enough for you to squeeze through. Who knows what could be in there? Do you reach into the hole? That's a little spooky. I mean, somehow I imagine reaching into that hole and getting my hand bit off, or getting my arm sucked into the wall or something. Might be creating that syrupy blood substance coming out of this room over here, huh? I'm going to go back. I'm not reaching into that hole. Pushing farther into the unknown depths, your eyes play tricks in the torchlight, what lurks in the darkness ahead, skittering away. Okay, so I'm back at the same choice I had before. I'm going to go ahead and continue to the east. The passage extends to the west and to the north. Okay, so basically we can go back the way we came, or we can go up. The north. A pile of bones and skulls lay scattered across a large stone slab in the corner of this chamber. Along the far wall, a series of sharp hooks dangle from the ceiling by chains. Ugh. It's clear that much suffering befell the poor souls who met their fate in this place. Smears of their dried blood, now darkened with time and decay, paint a macabre scene. A passageway extends to the west. The southern door opens into a long hallway. Okay. Passageway leads to the west. That'd be this one. Should I look at the hooks? Let's look at the hooks. You imagine what it might feel like being strung up with one of these rusty things hooked into your guts, waiting to be eaten alive. Then you banish the thought from your mind. Man. Let's check the bones out, shall we? Maybe we'll find a sword or something? Who knows? The bones have been picked clean and show markings of being gnawed on. You notice 2 human skulls amidst the remains. Damn. Searching through the remains, you disturb one of the human skulls, which rolls off the stone slab and clatters onto the floor. Beneath it, you find a scrap of paper. What's this gonna say? The aged parchment is faded and covered in drops of long dried blood. It reads, "This awful place. What have I done? What have I become? Please forgive me." Wow. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and go through that southern door and continue on along this path. Oops. My bad. I wanted to go west, sorry. The floor has collapsed into the hallway ahead, which is flooded with stagnant, murky water. On the opposite side lies an ornate door. You peer into the depths and wonder what might be waiting just beneath the shimmering surface. Chunks of rubble are crumbling off the side of the wall by the edge of the walkway. Proceed to the other side. Let's check the rubble out. You pick up a fist-sized chunk of rubble and hurl it into the water. It splashes and then sinks. The water surface comes splashing to life, and something makes quick work of the rubble. You quickly skirt around the edges of the watery corridor while the unknown beast is distracted. Beyond the ornate door, you enter a nicer room. The stone is more chiseled and refined. Red tapestries hang on the walls, and the decor is of a comforting upgrade from the dank, crumbling corridor you just crawled out of. 4 tall display cases are positioned around the fancy chamber. You also see... Okay, so I'm in here now. Here's the display cases, I guess. And this is a fancy chamber. And I also see a stairway leading to a door at the north, right here. A smaller closet door to the east, over here, and a passage lies to the south, the one I just came from. Let's look at the display cases. At the cursory glance, the towering display cases appear to be filled with a greenish fluid. There's also something else inside them too. Let's just go ahead and pick number 2. Display number 2. You find a wolf-like creature hanging upside down in the green fluid. Its poorly stitched stomach cavity has been burst open inside the display, with ropes of long, stringy worms floating out from it alongside its entrails. Looking more closely at the gruesome display, you notice the creature's eye twitch and blink. Can you imagine how horrifying that'd be? I can totally imagine this. This is pretty good. Let's look at another display case. Display number 1. Preserved within the green fluid is a desiccated corpse that looks like it might have once been human. It's missing both arms. The body's one remaining leg is tethered by a chain latched to the base of the display. The mouth has been crudely sewn shut, and a cluster of worm-like creatures are floating out from the gaps in the stitching. So these worms are eating the wolf here, eating what remains of a human here, and the human's mouth has been sewn shut. Boy, I don't want no part of this dungeon. I just want to go back home and live with my cancer and die a slow, cancerous death now. Cancer don't seem so bad. Let's look at the other display cases, I guess. Display number 3. 2 severed human torsos have been stitched together in a gory mirror image of the waist. Ropey clusters of worms are spilling out from the seam. Ew. Wow. Now let's look at number 4 while we're at it. Let's look at them all. Display number 4. Uh-oh. This one's mine, huh? It's empty. This one's empty, drained of its fluid, and lacking a grisly companion within. I don't want no part of display number 4. No, not me. Alright, I guess I gotta figure out how to get out of here, and I haven't seen a way out. I was in a pit to start with, so I guess I'm gonna continue on. I guess I'll check out this closet, though. The door's locked. Okay, well, the only other way is continuing to the north up the stairs. Uh-oh. You walk up the small stairs, open the door, and enter a sitting chamber. The clanking of chains draws you further into the room. Bound to a throne resting at the far wall of the chamber, you find a creature with the body of a man and the head of a bird. It looks off into the distance, unblinking. There's also a large door to the west, and the door you entered in to the south. I'm not going to take a closer look at that creature. I think I got enough information to get the hell away from it. But look, I do see something in the picture that it didn't describe. The key. The key around its neck might open that closet door? Hell with it. I'm having no part of that. I'm going through the door to the west. The heavy door is decorated with scratch marks and dried bloodstains. It's locked. Oh boy. Well, that's maybe the key to the locked door too. Alright, well I guess we're gonna check out this creature even though I don't want to. As you step closer, the creature speaks with a slow, raspy cadence. Ah, I feel a presence. What is it? What is it? Oh, what could it want with me? Little me, shackled away in these filthy metal irons. Filthy little irons to hold my flesh and bone. It is a strange thing, indeed. So very strange and fleshy it is. It reeks otherworld, doesn't it? Little me wonders why it stands there, poised with some unknown purpose. The thump, thump, thump of its heart beats a hair faster now, doesn't it? Wow, this thing's observing me, wondering what the hell I'm doing there. Like the tap, tap, tap of ticking time. Irony. What manner of fluid flows beneath its skin? Wonders little me. Oh no. It's wondering about my blood now. I don't want this freaking thing worried about my blood flow and what kind of fluid runs within me. I'm just saying, its breath is tinged with wicked curiosity. Oh, crud. What could it want with little me then? Does it seek to put the sharpness into my flesh and spill my essence to the floor? Does it take my shiny? Now listen to this, guys. Does it take my shiny, but does it feed me the delicious sweet nectar I crave? I miss it so dearly. This thing wants to drink my blood. This thing craves my blood. That's great. Or perhaps it has something else in mind for little me. What else could it possibly want with little me? Free the bird creature, or nothing and leave to the south? Well, why would I just go back the way I came? There's nowhere else to go. I guess I'm going to free it. I don't like either one of these choices, though. How about the choice to wake up from this nightmare? How about that? You reach out to test the strength of the chains, and the creature gets anxious. It wishes to set me free. Oh, yes, yes, this is very good. What will you use to break the chains? Your hands? I don't see any other choices, so I guess. Despite your best efforts, your bare hands and brute strength are not enough to rend the rusted chain and free the creature. You need something stronger. You search around for something big enough to smash the chains with. Nothing yet? Well, I guess I'll keep searching. You search around for something big enough to smash the chains with. Still nothing. I search again. Search around for something big enough. Behind the throne, you find a dislodged piece of stone that might be big enough. You reach out to test the strength of the chains. And the creature gets anxious. It was just to set me free. Yes, this is very good. What will you use to break the chains? The large rock. You heft the large stone and smash the chain until it finally snaps. A sudden flurry of excitement washes over the creature. It frees little me! What a delight! And then it looks up at you and cocks its head at an odd angle, rising up to its full height. Get the hell out of there. Even hunched over, the creature is much taller than it first seemed. Oh, crap. It looks down at its hands, and it flexes each talon finger. It will make such a pretty addition. Before you can react, the creature is upon you with a lightning speed, hungrily tearing its beak into your flesh. Oh, no. You've perished in one of many horrible ways. Try again and seek to change your fate. The end. Wow. So we died at the hands of this half-human, half-bird thing that was chained to a perch of some kind in that room. So I challenge you guys to see if you guys can make it through this dungeon. You know you're going to wind up there. No matter what choices you make, you're going to wind up in the same dungeon. Can you escape? I actually like this little game. I like this book. I like the imagination. And the thing I like about this, guys, is this. I know I'm going to sound like your parents talking here, but there's so much truth to this. Books can be so much better than the best of Hollywood movies. The $500 million movies and all the computerized graphics and everything like that. A book can be so much better. A good book, I mean. And what I mean by that is that nothing can beat your imagination. And when a story, a game like this with simple words can spark your imagination and make you picture these things in your head, that blows away anything you can watch in the movie theater or on your television set. One reason I'm giving this game 2 enthusiastic thumbs up. I really like it. Obviously, I think the values here, I haven't played this game enough to see, how many different endings there are and, what the right solution is and how easy it is to get the right solution. But I've already got my $4 worth out of this game just reading this one time and playing this one time, and I'm definitely going to be playing again. If you guys want to see me play again and see my, my alternate playthrough, making some different choices to see if I can make it through or to see what other gruesome way I die, then definitely leave a comment letting me know you want to see me play this game again, and I'll definitely do it for you. Otherwise, click the link down below if you want to play it yourself. And that's what I would encourage you to do. Support this developer, because I guarantee you everybody wants fancy graphics like that. This guy's not going to sell very many copies. I don't expect him to anyway, of this game. Everybody wants fancy graphics. Everybody wants the games, and I mean, we all do. But I am telling you, nothing is better than a story or a game or a book that can spark your imagination. And that's why I like this. That's why I'm encouraging you to click the link down below. Go buy this game. It's only $4.01 right now. With a discount its first week. Even $5.99, I think this is worth it all day long. I used to love those choose your own adventures. And if you've never tried a game like this, I highly encourage you to give it a try. Nathan Munier, awesome work to the writer and the developer of this particular game. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. Be sure you leave those comments down below. Be sure you rate this video. I want to go ahead and thank you guys for watching. We'll see you in the next video. Take care, everybody.